Hello class, good evening everyone. So students, today we will study the second chapter of computer, that is operating system. The name of the chapter is operating system. Okay. In the previous class we studied about the name of the first chapter was computers. Yes or no? We studied about the computers, different parts of the computer, software and system software and application software. Today we will study about the operating system. Alright. So students, I hope you have seen the last video, and if you have not seen, please do see the video and write down the worksheets that has been sent to you. Okay. So let us begin with this operating system. Let us see the contents of the chapter. So students, the contents of the chapter are Microsoft window. First we will study about the Microsoft window. Okay. Then desktop and its part. What are the different parts of the desktop? Then application window. Okay. Components of an application window. Desktop background, files and folders. These are the contents that you will study about this chapter, that is operating system. Operating system means the system that is used to operate a computer. What system you use to run a computer? Okay, that is the operating system. Okay, first let us begin with operating system. Let us understand about the operating system. All right. So students, I will read out the points. Point number 1 about the operating system. What is an operating system? An operating system is a system software that monitors all the activities of a computer system. Yes, a computer, it works on an operating system. Okay, an operating system is necessary to work on a computer, and this operating system, it monitors, that means it controls or functions all the operations, all the activities, whatever work we do in the computer, that is all monitored by all the works and activities are all monitored by this operating system. Okay, so what is this operating system? It is a system software. System means your computer. Your computer is a system. Okay, and the software that we use inside the computer to work, to perform different activities inside the computer, to work different programs, to work on the computer, we use this operating system. Okay, I hope you understood. An operating system, it is a system software that monitors all the activities of a computer. Okay, then it manages all the data and files in the computer as well as hardware and software. You learnt about hardware and software in the last class, yes or no? Hardware are the components of the components part of the computer. The parts of the computer are called as hardware. Okay, and software are the applications that is installed inside that is present inside the computer, through which we can perform or work on the computer. Okay, so it manages, this operating system, it manages all the files and data, whatever we write, whatever we do inside the computer, everything is managed by this operating system. Then operating system runs all the program and applications in the computer and enables us to communicate with the computer without knowing the computer language. Okay, to communicate, that means to talk to someone, we need a language, yes or no? When we talk with someone, we use a language to communicate with each other. But since computer is a machine and it doesn't understand any language, so all the activities, all the programs, the applications, whatever is installed in the computer, it is all monitored by this operating system. Understood? Then what are the examples of operating system? Examples of OS. OS means operating system. OS is the short form of operating system. The examples of operating system are Microsoft Windows, Mac operating system, then Mac OS X, it is the operating system, then Linux, Fedora, these are some operating system that is installed or inside the computer through which we can perform different activities. It monitors all the activities and work that we do in the computer. Okay, nowadays which operating system do we use? We use Windows. Yes or no? Windows is the operating system inside the computer. It is a software inside the computer that is installed to which controls all the activities that is done in the computer. Okay. And now students, let us study about the Microsoft Windows. The operating system that we use in our computer nowadays, it is Microsoft Windows, MS Windows. MS means Microsoft, M-I-C-R-O-S-O-F-T. MS, the full form of MS is Microsoft Windows. Okay, the operating system that we use in our computer nowadays, it is Microsoft Windows. Okay. Microsoft Windows is one of the most commonly used operating system developed by Microsoft. This Microsoft Windows, it is the most commonly used. Okay, everybody use this operating system, and this operating system is developed by the company named as Microsoft. Okay, then it uses graphics or pictures which make it easy for the user to communicate with the system, and this system, it uses graphics and pictures. Okay, the graphics and pictures are used in this system so that it becomes easy to work on the computer. Understood? Then the operating system that uses graphic is known as GUI. The graphic that is used in this operating system, that graphic, the name of that graphic is GUI. The full form of GUI is Graphical User Interface. The full form of GUI is what? It is Graphical User Interface System. This is the graphic system that is used in the operating system Microsoft Windows. Microsoft Windows is the commonly used operating system which is developed by Microsoft, which makes it easier for us to work in the computer because this operating system, it uses graphics and pictures. Okay, and the graphics that is used in this operating system, it is called as Graphical User Interface System, that is GUI system, Graphical User Interface System. Okay, then the Windows operating system. What are the different Windows operating system that we use? For example, Windows 7, Windows XP, Windows 8, Windows Vista, etc. These are the different examples of Microsoft Windows operating system. Okay, these are the different examples of Microsoft Windows operating system. Those are Windows 7, Windows XP, Windows 8 and Windows Vista, and many more are there. Okay. So what is operating system? Operating system, it is a system software that enables or monitors all the activities and the work that we do in the computer. Operate means to work. Operate means to work. Whatever work we do, this computer, it operates, it monitors, it controls the work that we do in the computer. Alright. Now And now students, let us study about desktop and its parts. Now what do you mean by desktop? Desktop computer, you have learnt in your previous class. Desktop computer means the computer that has got different parts attached with it. Yes or no? And the computer which cannot be moved from one place to another. Why? Because the parts of the computer are connected to each other with wires. Yes or no? Now what is desktop? Students, when you switch on your computer, the first screen that appears on your computer, that is called as the desktop. Okay, the first screen that appears on the computer when we switch on the computer, that is called as the desktop. When a computer is switched on, a screen with some small pictures, and on that screen you see some small pictures. Yes or no? This screen is known as desktop of the computer. The screen that we see when we switch on the computer, which contains some small picture, that is called as the desktop of the computer. Okay, it is like a table where we keep important stuff which contains some useful items. Just as in our homes, when we go home, we keep our books and some important stuff on the table. Yes or no? In the computer, this desktop, it acts like the table where different folders, different files, okay, different applications are present in this desktop page, the first page of the computer that we see, okay, or the first screen that appears on the screen that appears on the computer when it is switched on. In the picture you can see the picture of the desktop. When we switch on the computer, this is the first page that we see when we switch on the computer, and this page, it contains small pictures like the different files, different folders, different application, everything is there in this desktop. Okay, and the different parts of the desktop. What does a desktop contain? It contains icons, taskbar, and taskbar. Then yes, these are the parts that a desktop of a computer contains. Icons means the small picture, the picture of the applications, folder, files that we see in the desktop, that is icon. I will read it out. Small picture on the desktop are called icons. As I told you, small pictures that we see on the desktop, those are called as icons. It represents a file, a folder, or a program. A file, a folder, an application, a program that is kept in the computer. It is all shown in the desktop. We can open the icons by clicking on them. Some example of icons are like computer, recycle bin, Google Chrome. These are the examples of icons. Okay, the small pictures that we can see on the desktop, those are called as icons. And when we want to open this icon, we can point out our mouse pointer on these icons and then click on it. The icons will open, and there you can perform your work or do your programs. Understood? Then taskbar. Now what is this taskbar? It is a horizontal bar which is present at the bottom of the desktop. Taskbar, it is the horizontal bar that you see at the bottom, that means downside of the desktop. It contains items like start button, icons, clock, and desktop button. And what are the constituents of this taskbar? It contains the start button, then it contains icons, okay, clock, and desktop button. On the right hand side, on the bottom right hand side of the computer, what do you see? You see the time, the date, yes or no? The time, the date, the icons. what are you, which file you are working in, what are you working in the computer, everything it is shown in the taskbar. It is the horizontal line which is there, which is present at the bottom of the computer. It is there at the bottom of the desktop of the computer. Okay. Then it shows the applications that are currently running and allows the user to quickly access the current or favorite application. By default, it is placed at the bottom or the desktop screen, but we can move it to the top left or right of the screen. By default means the actual place of this taskbar, it is situated at the bottom of the text box. Okay, but we can also move this to the right side or the left side of the desktop in a computer. Okay, it shows whatever work we are doing, it is shown in this taskbar, and when we minimize or close the desktop or the work page that we are working in, we can quickly access. Quickly access means we can again quickly open the page that we are working in from this taskbar. Okay, task means that you are performing some work. Task means to perform some work, and we perform the work in some applications and programs inside the computer. Yes or no? So suppose we are doing paint, okay, and we minimize the paint screen from the desktop. It gets stored in the taskbar, and again when we want to open it, we don't have to go back to the paint option and then click on it, then open. You can simply click on the taskbar where this application is being opened previously. When you click it there, this will open immediately. That means without any waste of time. Okay, I hope you understood this desktop. It is the screen that we see as soon as we switch on the computer. Okay, and it has got different parts, that is icons and taskbar. Icons are the small pictures that is shown on the desktop screen, and taskbar, it is the horizontal bar which is situated at the bottom of the computer, okay, which shows us the current work that we are doing. It is shown in this taskbar from where we can access our work easily, even if we close our work. Okay, and this taskbar, the default place, that means it is actually placed at the bottom of the screen, but we can also move it to the right side or the left side of the computer screen in the desktop. Okay, and now students, application window. What do you mean by application? It is a page or a document where we can work. Okay, to open a window, double click on an icon on the desktop. It will open a new window known as application window. For example, by clicking on the computer icon, the computer windows opens up. Okay, application window. For example, students, if you want to work on MS Paint, okay, if you are working on MS Paint, how do you open MS Paint? You go to the start button, then you click on accessories, then you choose the MS Paint option. Yes or no? By clicking on the MS Paint option, the first page that appears to work on the MS Paint, that is called as the application window. Okay, and to open a window, we need to double click on the icon. Okay, some icons, some small pictures which is already situated in the desktop page. When we want to open it, we just point out the mouse, the pointer of the mouse on that icon, and then double click on it. The folder or the file or the icons, it will open, and then we can work there. In the picture you can see, this is the application window of MS Word. This is the application window of MS Word. And how did I open this page? By clicking on the MS Word option. Okay, by taking the pointer of the mouse to this MS Word option, by clicking on it, and when I clicked on it, the page, it appeared on the desktop or the screen of the computer. Okay, I hope you understood what is application window. It is the window that appears after clicking on the icon where we want to work. Okay. And students, what are the different components of application window? There are different components in application window, okay, like the title bar, the menu bar, the control buttons, okay. These are the different components of the application window. See, what is title bar? Title bar positioned at the top of the window screen. It is situated at the top of the window screen. You can see in the picture, title bar. Title means the title of the program or the application in which you are working, that is displayed at the top of the window screen. Understood? It shows the name of the file, the program and its location. What does it show? It shows the name of the file that you have opened or the program that you are working in, okay, or its location, where it is located. Okay, then the next one is menu bar, M-E-N-U-B-A-R, menu bar. Menu bar, it is just located just below the title bar. Menu bar is located just below the title bar, okay, and it contains many options. In the menu, it contains many options. There are many options in the menu bar through which you can use while doing any work in an application or a program inside the computer. Okay, then comes the control buttons. The control buttons, there are different types of control button, that is maximize button, restore down button, then minimize button, okay, close button, work area and status bar. You can see in the picture, see, title bar, it is about the page or the application that you are working in. Okay, menu bar, that means it contains different types of menu, what to do. When you want to write, whether you want to save, there are many options that we use while performing a program or while performing any work in the computer. Understood? Then there are control button. There are control button to control the working of the system, that is like the maximize and minimize button. It makes the page smaller and bigger. The page in which we are working, it makes the page smaller and bigger in the computer. Minimize and maximize button. Restore down button means it restores down when you don't want to work on that page. You can click on this restore button, that box like, but there is a box on the top of the screen which is called as the restore button. When you click on that button, the page that you are working, it gets hides in the desktop, and again when you click on that icon which is shown at the bottom of the screen, okay, at the bottom of the screen, when you click on there, again that page get restored. Okay, then comes the close button. Close button means when you are done doing your work, you save your program or your work and then you click on that cross button, the X button that is present. You can see in the picture on the right side, see, minimize button, maximize button and close button. Okay, you can close the page in which you are working. Understood? Then work area. Work area means it is also called as client area, where we type, where we write, where we do our drawing, painting, that is called as the work area. And the status bar, it shows how many pages you have worked or how many pages you are using to work, what are you working, everything it is showed in the status bar. Okay, and there are horizontal scroll bar and vertical scroll bar also. That means it can move the page up and down and from left to right. Okay, understood? What are the different components of application window? The parts of an application window are the title bar, menu bar and control buttons. Okay, I hope you understood this. Now let us move to the next point, that is desktop background. And now students, desktop background. What do you mean by desktop background? Background means it is a picture or an image that is set in our desktop to make the desktop look more attractive and beautiful. Okay, if you keep your desktop without a picture or an image, it looks very dull. So as to make it look attractive, when we switch on our computer, the first screen that appears with some pictures and some images, that is called as the desktop background. Background means on the back side the picture will be there, and on the front side the icons and the files or folders will be seen. Okay, the background image of the desktop is called wallpaper. What it is called? The background desktop of the background image of the desktop, it is called as wallpaper. What it is called as? It is called as wallpaper. Okay, then we can put any picture as a desktop background. Any picture, any image you can put as a desktop background. You can see in the picture, you can see the mountains, the sky, the girl running there. That is what? That is a desktop background. That means the wallpaper. It is in the background, and on the front side what can you see? The small icons. Yes or no? Those are the small icons and folders which is seen in the desktop of a computer. I hope you understood. And our next point is files and folders. Now what are files and folders? We can store our work in the form of a file in a computer. Whatever work we do, we make a file of it. Just like if we have some papers or documents where we work, we keep it in a file. Yes or no? In a file, the papers, the documents, it is safe when we keep in the file. In the same way, whatever work that is done in the computer, we make a file and we keep it in the folder. First we make a file of the work or the pages that we have worked in, and then we make a folder of it where the file is kept safely, and we can make many files in a folder. Okay, it is written, see, we can store our work in the form of a file in a computer. Whatever work we do, we can store it in a form of a file in a computer. Point number 2, a file is an item that can be anything. An image, a Word document, any program. File can be anything. Images also, then your worksheets also. Okay, any program, any document. Then a file is represented by its name known as file name. We can give any name to a file. We can save a file by giving any name to it. Okay. Then a folder is a container which is used to store files. Whatever work we do, we make a file and we keep that work in the file. Yes or no? And this file, it is kept inside the folder so that the files do not get deleted or it do not get lost from the computer. Okay? The work which we do, we make a file of it and we save it in the file, and that file, it is kept in the folder, so that we do not get confused, and whenever we want to work on that file again, we just open our folder and choose the file from it in which we desire to work. Understood? A folder is a container which is used to store files. We can put many files in one folder, and many files, many work you have done and made a file of it, you can put it in a folder. A folder also can contain another folder also. Inside a folder, you can also create a folder, and that inside that folder you can keep your files in it. And a files, it can be anything, whether you are saving your images on that file and keep it, making a folder and keeping it saved in the computer. Okay. A folder is also represented by its name. We can give any name to a folder, and a folder, so that we remember the files, which file is kept in which folder, we name a folder. Okay. Suppose the worksheets of the computer, we make a file of it and we are keeping it in a folder by naming it like worksheet of computer. So when you want to open any files, any worksheet of any chapter, you go to this folder, click on it, the file will open, and again if you click on the file, the worksheet will appear. It will not get lost, or you will not get confused where you have kept your works. Understood? What is file and folder? Files are the work form that is kept in the computer, and folder is a place, or it is a container in which the files are kept. Okay, so students, I hope you understood this chapter. I will revise it once again from the beginning. Pay attention. What is operating system? Operating system is a system software that monitors all the activities and work that we do in the computer. Okay, it enables us to communicate with the computer. Some examples of operating system are what? Windows, Microsoft Windows, Mac OS, then Linux, Fedora. These are some examples of operating system. Operate means to work. The work that is done with the help of some system, that is called as operating system. Okay. Then Microsoft Windows is the most commonly operating system that we use nowadays. Okay, which help us to work any applications in the Microsoft window, and it uses graphics and pictures which make easy to work on the computer. And the graphics that is used in MS Window, that is Microsoft Window, that is graphical user interface system. Graphical user interface system is the operating system that is used in the Microsoft Window. And some examples of Microsoft Window are Windows 7, Windows XP, Windows 8, Windows Vista, etc. Okay. Then desktop. Desktop is the first screen or page of the computer that is seen when we switch on our computer. It is like a table where we keep the important files, documents, icons, everything is kept in this desktop. Okay, and what are icons? Those are the small pictures on the desktop. The small pictures that we see on the desktop, it is called as icons. Okay, then taskbar, it is the horizontal bar that is situated at the bottom of the desktop, which contains all the important buttons like start buttons, icons, clock, whatever gives us the information about the folders, files. Okay. Then application window. Application window means any application when we want to work on it. When we click on the icons of that application where we want to work, the first page, when we click on an application, the first page that appears, it is called as the application window. And there are different components of the application window, like title bar, where the title of the application is written, in which application you are working in. Then menu bar, which contains different, like it is located below the title bar, that contains many options. It is a menu, okay, that contains many options. Okay, and the control buttons which controls the working of the program. Okay, there are minimize and maximize button, restore button, close, work area, and status bar. Status bar shows us the status of the work that we are doing. If we are writing in a document, or if we are painting, what is the status? How many pages we have painted? Everything it is shown in the status bar. Understood? Then desktop and background. Background, it is also called as the wallpaper of the computer screen. Background, desktop background, it is called as the wallpaper of the computer screen, and we can put any images and any pictures on the wallpaper or desktop screen of the computer. Understood? Then files and folders. What are files? Files are the whatever work we do, we make a file of it and we name it a file and keep it inside the folder, so that the work that we do not get lost, and we can easily again open and operate or work on that program or file that we are working in. Okay. So students, that is all for this chapter. I hope you understood this. If you have any doubt, please don't hesitate to call and ask me. I will clear your doubts, and soon I will give you the worksheet, the question answers that you have in your book in page number 21. Okay, all the question answers, I will make a worksheet of it and I will send you in the PDF form. Okay, and please do write this question and answers in your copy. Okay, and if you want the copy to be corrected, please send it to the school. Make a call and you can ask ma'am, Maya ma'am, she will tell you. Please write it down, write the notes in your copy and please send me. Okay, thanks for watching this video. I hope to meet you soon again. Okay, till then, take care of yourself.